everyone, my name is Neetu and today we are going to be talking about why Calgary is the best place to live in the year 2022. Before I start the video, did you see my beautiful flower right here? That's lilac, and we are in the middle of summer. It's 25 degrees Celsius here in Calgary and I am melting. Lots of sunscreen and tons of water. That's how you cope up with summer in Calgary. Did you know that there was a recent survey done by the Economic Intelligence? They placed Calgary as the third best city. This place was shared with Zurich, and the first place went to Vienna as usual. Second was Copenhagen. That's awesome, right? So the other Canadian cities that made this list were Vancouver, which was in the 5th place, and Toronto, which is slipping down to the 8th place. Did you know that in this survey, Calgary scored the maximum points for culture, education, and environment? Let's look into the main factors that these cities were measured against. One was stability, then healthcare, education, culture, infrastructure, and environment. So a little about my city, Calgary. Calgary is one of the largest city in Alberta, third largest in Canada. It has about more than 1.5 million in population. Let's dive right into these factors on why Calgary scored the third place, and also stick to the end of this video because I will be sharing the reasons why the Albertan government is going to give you rebates for the month of July, August, and September for the year 2022. First factor, stability. What exactly do they measure? Stability considers the level of crimes and unrest in your area. So apparently, Calgary has the lowest level of crimes in Canada, which is closer to about 30%, and the safety index is about 60%. If you go to the city of Calgary and check out the map that is provided by the city police, you will find out what exactly are the crimes committed and in which neighborhood. So the highest number of crimes were committed in Beltline, Bonus, Forest Lawn, Dover areas of Northeast. So if you want to consider renting or even buying a property, you may consider some other neighborhoods than these ones. The safety index in Lethbridge and in Red Deer is very low. That means there are highest level of crimes committed in those cities. So if you're considering to move to any of the cities in Alberta, consider Calgary for sure, or even Edmonton. Let's look at factor number 2, which is healthcare. Alberta Health Services plays a huge role in monitoring and administrating the health services that we get within the province of Alberta and in Calgary. Now, according to Alberta Health Services, they say that about 87% of the entire population in Calgary have been vaccinated, and more than 90% have got their first doses. That's why we do not have any masks now, and there's no restrictions in the city, and we roam around the city free. Best thing about AHS is that you can find the services you need in this website. I'll link it in below in the description. Just go to the website and search what exactly you need. You need a hospital? Do you need a family physician? Or do you just want to create your own ID so that you can have access to all your health records and medications that you took? Just register for My Alberta Digital ID and you can have all this information at your convenience on your fingertips. Only you and your family doctor can access these files. Some of the best hospitals that we have in Calgary are the Alberta Children's Hospital, that is in the northwest, Rocky View General Hospital, where Angel was born in the southwest, Foothills, and then we have the South Health Campus, which is a brand new hospital and has amazing facility. Point is education. Did you know that Calgary has over 247 schools as of right now? Isn't that crazy? We have about 4 more schools that's adding this year. Unfortunately, the city has decided to shut down some schools because there hasn't been much utilization happening. Part of this year's budget, the government has decided to invest $47 million into the education system for charter schools. Here in Calgary, we have 3 different types of schools. That's public, private and Catholic schools. You may ask, which are the top universities that you find here in Calgary? One of the best universities is definitely University of Calgary. Then we have the Mount Royal University and as well as SAIT. The next point is culture. Now, Calgary is the most diverse city in Canada. We have more than 240 ethnic origins here in Calgary, and as well as we speak more than 120 languages and is considered as the third largest visible minority city in Canada. The most spoken languages are English, Tagalog, which is from the Filipino community, Punjabi, Mandarin, and Spanish. Considering that about 54% of new immigrants are considering Calgary as their first option, we have various services that is set up for newcomers. New Immigrant Society, we have the Newcomers Association, and here they help you build your resume, get your basic documentation like the SIN number, health card, even teach you English language if you have that as a problem, polish your resumes, and may even help you find a job here in Calgary. The next point is environment, one of my favorite topics. If you are planning to visit Calgary, June to September are the best months. You'll get the best weather, July being the hottest. Now, if you're into winter activities and into skiing, you may consider coming from December to February. Keep in mind, we have seen drop in temperatures, which is closer to -30, but Calgary is considered to be the most sunniest city in Canada. That could be worth it. For those of you guys who haven't been to Calgary, let me tell you, you get out of the city about 45 minutes and you see the Rocky Mountains. That's right. Here in Alberta, we have 5 national parks, which is Banff, Jasper, Waterton, Elk Island, and Wood Buffalo. And yes, you'll find turquoise lakes, humongous, beautiful snow-capped mountains, and forests, all available here in Alberta. The next point is infrastructure. Yes, we have the most beautiful airport, which is the Calgary International Airport. We have a transit system that is expanding right now, and it's called the Green LRT. So it's expanding and it's still a work in progress. It can be better, but it's not the best yet. Most Calgarians might not know this, but we have our American friends telling us that Calgary is considered to be most well thought, built, and structured city. We have bylaws and zonings for a reason so that it looks beautiful and maintained. This year, the city authorities would be focusing more on the transportation projects. That's right, to work and maintain the highest used and the busiest highways in Calgary, which is the Deerfoot, the road rage ones, and the Stony Trail. They'll be working on some projects that connect both of these for a faster and more easier way for people to commute. Other than these projects, we have the beautification of the Bow River, the Eau Claire Market, and even the expansion of the Green LRT. But did you know the most interesting thing, that they are going to even consider putting a Hyperloop in between city of Calgary and Edmonton? How fascinating! Those of you guys who stayed until the end of this video, let's get into that news where the Alberta government is going to give you rebates this summer. So because of the climbing inflation and high cost of fuel prices, the Alberta government is going to consider giving some rebates to you for the month of July till September. The government is considering a fuel tax rebate program and a reduction for $50 in your electricity bill this summer. Now, because of inflation, prices are up 30%, where the rest of Canada is seeing a 50% hike in terms of inflation. Because of these rebates are going to see a slowdown in the inflation rate from 7.7 to 7.1%. So as per the government, there is no need to file an application. It is going to be considered directly on your bills, and it will be considered as a whole of your bill, not just the electricity part. So that's it for today. Consider watching my other videos, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.